This episode of Moist Meta was brought to you by Dashlane.
Initiating moisture.
Welcome to the Moist Meter. Today we're taking a look at Doom Eternal, follow-up to the mega hit Doom 2016, a game that I absolutely adored, and I'm happy to say Doom Eternal is an improvement in every possible area over Doom 2016. The game is extraordinary. It's a game that made me feel like a bigger, stronger man just from fucking playing the game. From the very second you turn on the game and you're greeted with the incredible soundtrack from Mick Gordon, you know you're in for a fucking high-octane thrill ride. It's so badass, it's gonna make you want to get a barbed wire tattoo while you're playing the game. It's just so good from the very second the game starts. It grabs you by the nutsack and never lets go. It constantly just has you putting your cock on the chin of demons constantly. The pacing is relentless. Full throttle aggression, non-stop action. It makes it feel like your blood has been replaced by diesel fuel. It is so incredible. It's such a refreshing experience. The FPS gameplay is so crisp, so smooth. The movement is magnificent. There's so many new mechanics this time around too. It's a lot deeper than Doom 2016. A lot of weapon variety and a lot of different purposes for each weapon, so you'll be constantly switching in between weapons during a fight because you're going to be mixing and matching what works best against what enemy. Let's say you need armor, well maybe you'll use the flame belch and then hit them with a blood punch so that we get like this fat fucking pinata explosion of armor drops. It's so good. There's a lot more strategy to it, a lot more depth, and it's a lot more fluid. It just feels incredible. When you go through a Slayer Gate, which is a really challenging optional arena that you can do, and if you beat it, you get a key, which unlocks a powerful weapon if you collect enough of those keys. You'll go through this gauntlet of thousands of demons, this horde of meat that just comes after you, from the most pathetic, pitiful, small demons, you know, the demons from the person that pirated a movie one time, to these fucking hulking, gigantic beasts of legend, and you'll grit your teeth and fail multiple times on nightmare difficulty until you finally triumph and get that incredible reward. But all the while that you're getting your ass pounded, it doesn't hurt. It feels great because the maps are so well designed to complement high flying action and just constant movement that it just always is fun just to get in there, even if you are getting your shit pushed in. And you will eventually get better and push through it regardless of your level of talent in the game, because you'll want to, because it's so goddamn fun. It is just so enjoyable. And I also like to say the narrative in this game I actually really enjoyed. I thought the narrative was really entertaining, albeit not the best written thing ever made or anything, but it was super fun. And it shows you just how fucking cool Doom Guy is. You know, just this remarkably imposing presence that everyone, man, woman, child, demon, angel, God himself fears and regrets creating. It's just really cool to have this really badass character and have a story all wrapped around how badass he is. I just really enjoyed that. And I can't compliment the soundtrack enough, by the way, because the soundtrack throughout the entire campaign is just a straight up banger. Real boner jams from Doom Eternal. Really, really solid stuff there. Everything is great. The aesthetic design, every level feels nice to play. Every map is so fucking nice to play around with. The only thing I felt was even a little bit clunky was swimming. I don't know why they even included swimming. It just slowed everything down, and it's not like they were puzzles or anything. It was more just a chore finding exactly what you needed to bash into. I just don't really understand why swimming was even here. That's like the only thing I could even criticize in the entire game, because everything else was fantastic. Finding secrets was fun, going off the beaten path and exploring was fun, and of course, just massacring hordes of demons never got old. I cannot express enough how much I enjoyed the campaign. The campaign was nice and long as well, so you get a lot of bang for your buck in the campaign, and then there is multiplayer. The multiplayer I don't think is bad, but I also don't really think it's good. It's just kind of really mediocre. It's just something that's kind of like this aftermath. Like you're riding the high of beating the campaign and you want more. And there is more. There's master levels and shit, but there's also multiplayer if you want like even more. And you'll go from like a full chub after the campaign to just kind of going a little soft from the multiplayer. Again, it's not bad. It's simple. There's a Slayer, there's two demons. It's a 1v2 scenario. You go against demons as you would in the campaign. You have regular AI demons that you fight. You get all the shit you got from them in the campaign, but there are 2 demons that are picked by human players, and they're trying to kill you, obviously. So if you kill both demons, you win. If you kill one demon, the other demon has a respawn timer, and if he respawns, you have to kill them both again. You have to kill them both before one of them respawns. That's how the Slayer wins, and the demons win, obviously, if they kill you. There's a bunch of different powers that the demons can use. There's loadouts that you can use, different ability cards, shit like that. There is a little bit of depth to it, but I just didn't really find myself enjoying it all that much. I just think it was wasted potential not to create a multiplayer that was an arena shooter using the gameplay of Doom Eternal, because it would have fit absolutely beautifully with an arena shooter style. And I know arena shooters are pretty much dead these days, and I think that's a shame because arena shooters are a lot of fun, especially when they're done well, and I think it could have been done well here. Maybe in the future they'll add that, I don't really know, but as it stands, the multiplayer is just kind of like this afterthought. Like, you're not going to be getting this game to get lost in the multiplayer. That's just going to be something that you remember when you're just bored after beating the game for the 5th time over on Ultra Nightmare. It's just not great, not bad, and it doesn't bring the game down, I'd say. I don't think it really takes it down a notch or anything, so plugging Doom Eternal into the moist meter, I'm giving it a fat 95%. Everything in this game is done super well. It is the most fun I've had with a shooter in a long time. It is absolutely extraordinary. I streamed the whole thing at twitch.tv/moistcritical. You can see that I was an absolute monster at this game, by the way, so I was able to push this shit to its maximum potential. I was surprised the game didn't fucking crash on me with the stress testing I was putting it through. Incredible game, so much you can do with it, and I can't recommend it enough if you're a fan of high-paced, first-person shooting action. Great stuff. I want to talk about the modern internet age where you have to memorize a ton of passwords for a ton of different things, or if you're some caveman using one password for everything, you need to stop that ASAP. This is an intervention. You need to stop doing that. You should have multiple passwords for a lot of different things, and it sometimes becomes a bit of a burden to remember those, or if you write them down, remembering to write them down or finding where you wrote them down, it just becomes a hassle. And password recovery is oftentimes not very efficient, where you have to answer these questions like, what was the name of your grandmother's first goldfish? And then you don't remember, and then you're locked out. It can just be a big headache, which is why I want to talk about Dashlane. Dashlane eliminates the problem entirely. It has all the passwords you need when you need them. It's super quick, super simple, one-click login anywhere you need, so you never have to worry about fumbling around with remembering what goes where. There's no ads, which is great. It's not doing anything shady with your data because Dashlane can't even see your data. And there's no credit card required, so they're not scamming you or anything out of money. It's just an all-around great product that just makes the online living space much more quick, efficient, and simple. So if you're interested in trying Dashlane out, you can go to dashlane.com/penguinz0 to try Dashlane for free. And if you want to upgrade to the premium version, you can use the discount code penguinz0 to get 10% off.